come up to tackle.
Yeah, two teams enter undefeated state champions. Graham-Kapowsin gets things underway, kicking it in orange and white. Collins Hill back to receive in white and green. And this will be excellent starting field position for an Eagles team anchored by the Missouri signee, Sam Horn, one of the players that committed his future on the early national signing day on Wednesday. There's number 21, the senior Sam Horn. What do you like about the gunslinger?
Yeah, a two-sport athlete who could be very dangerous when he needs to run, can create second opportunities, but from the pocket, he's a poised passer, good feel for the offense, can change arm angles, and really that's the thing I really like about him, Jay, as a player, is he adapts really well to any situation, can find ways to get rid of the football and keep drives alive.
Going to run the ball on first down. Chase Nash bottled up, only a gain of 4. Horn, the Missouri signee, you mentioned a baseball player. He will play both quarterback and starting pitcher for the Tigers in college. Horn set to throw for the first time, fires a fastball out to Aaron Horton, who loses the ball. Graham-Kapowsin fell on it, waiting for the official signal. Was Horton down? They still haven't officially signaled that it's Kapowsin football. Now they have. What a start for the undefeated team out of Washington.
See, that ball is out before he goes down. A really nice job there by number 7, Miles Haywood, of punching it out right before he goes down. You're going to see that ball get knocked down. And as we talked about on the keys, no holiday giving. We're right on this first drive. Collins Hill gives the football away.
That is the start that head coach Eric Curley and defensive coordinator Mookie Fortman would have dreamed of. And how about this? Pushing that pile. You gotta love the effort from this team out of Washington. 17 yards, and almost all of them after contact.
That was the monster fullback. Listen, for Graham-Kapowsin, they want to control the clock. They want to run the football, and they said we'd be happy with 3 to 4 yards per play. Well, this time the big fullback says, you know what, I am not going down. Driving those legs, that's what you spend all that time in the weight room for. Squatting, getting that powerful lower body moving forward and just pushing the pile.
1st and 10. Stick with the ground game. This time, not much running room for Zachary Lee. The one advantage that Graham-Kapowsin has tonight is in the trenches. That offensive line anchored by 5 seniors that have played together for 3 years. A really veteran unit that prides themselves on physicality and really throwing that first punch.
Yeah, it's a unit where 3 of them will go on to play Division I football, either at the FBS or FCS level. And they certainly have the size advantage, and they need to win that battle, and here just very, very early on doing so, exerting their will in the run game.
Josh Woods, the quarterback, he's handed it off 3 times in a row. That carry to Jalen Davenport, tackled by Rich Dorsey. Gain of 3. Sets up a 3rd and manageable for this Eagles team, trying to cash in after the fumble recovery, which a perfect start for a team that, again, just on paper, lacks the physical talent of Lenny Gregory's Collins Hill, but they have come and have been shot out of a cannon to start this game.
Well, turnovers and penalties could always be the great equalizer.
3rd and 5. Right back to Davenport. Has a seam. The first down and more inside the red zone. Spinning, still driving forward. Such a powerful runner. And then that offensive line will push him forward. He never went down. They blew it dead. That is not the first time this afternoon we've seen that offensive line just push the running back forward, but that time it was whistled.
Yeah, it does they create a nice hole. He doesn't get to the second level. He gets hit. They do not wrap up. He just keeps moving. It's almost like between the fullback and then Davenport, who's also their starting linebacker, was an all-state running back a year ago. They had a greater need at linebacker, so they switched him full-time to that side of the ball, but see still contributing on offense.
It was a gain of 17. 1st and 10, and nothing doing right up the gut. Went to the fullback, Michael Toa, only a gain of 1.
And as you mentioned, Jay, a really nice start here for the Eagles out of the state of Washington. They created the turnover. They're moving the football offensively and doing it how they want to do it on the ground. But it's really important for them, even though it's extremely early in the game, to come out of this with 7 points, not just 3.
5 straight runs on this drive, going for 40 yards, trying to cash in on a fumble to start this game. Woods set to throw for the first time, wide open, all alone in the end zone. It's caught. Andrew Savayanaya opens the scoring for Graham-Kapowsin.
A Power 5 prospect with the top 3 of Nebraska, UCLA, and Virginia, waiting till February to make his decision. Projects the defense, but showing his playmaking ability there on the offensive side of the ball, slipping out all alone in the end zone.
This is a dream start for Graham-Kapowsin out of Washington. They've come to Las Vegas undefeated, state champs. They get a fumble and then a touchdown on the ensuing drive. What a start.
Fresh flavors, classic dishes, and a new seat at the table.
Hey, check it out.
At Lowe's, we're home to great values during the holidays and every day. Where everything comes with competitive prices. And it's all backed by our Lowe's Price Promise, which means if you find an exact product from a qualifying retailer for less, we'll match it, so you can make the most of every single season.
The Geico State Champions Bowl Series, presented by the United States Marine Corps, is brought to you by Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance. And the Marines, the battle to belong begins here.
What has been a just phenomenal fall for Graham-Kapowsin out of Washington. Undefeated season, first state championship in school history, and this was the send-off to Las Vegas after they had won that state championship. It's a community that really prides themselves on football. Head coach Eric Curley told us it's just the one thing that really unites everybody. And if you're the head coach, Eric Curley, you could not have dreamt of a better start here in Las Vegas going against an extremely talented Collins Hill team.
He and that program delivered their first state title this year. And opportunity to come here in Vegas and play in the bowl series, and off to a terrific start.
Here's Jalen Harris on the return past the 35. Eric Curley's team forced a fumble on that opening Collins Hill drive, took it for a touchdown. You see the school was founded in 2005. Actually, both schools today, mascot is the Eagle. And a team that, again, won their first ever state championship, really on the back of scoring a lot of points, more than 40 a game, and then allowing less than a touchdown a game. And their defense back out onto the field. They're going to be stout today going against Travis Hunter. Here he is on his first reception. Gang tackled immediately by 3 Eagles. Miles Haywood, the first to get there. Hunter, the number 2 player in the ESPN 300. A flag comes in after the tackle. He plays both sides of the ball, even though he projects as a cornerback to the next level.
Yeah, that was his 77th catch on the season, despite missing 4 games.
Personal foul, number 25 on the offense. 15-yard penalty, second down.
Well, it's interesting talking about Travis Hunter and his shock flip from Florida State to Jackson State. Here he is on the grab.
Yeah, they just tried to get it to him quickly, let him create space, but an outstanding job by that defense of breaking down, getting multiple players to it, and then you see the late shove there by number 25, Chase Nash.
Going to play for Deion Sanders, Hunter. Sanders knows all about playing two ways. And Travis Hunter told us that for Jackson State, he will play wide receiver and corner. So expect him to be active in the passing game. Horn throws to Hunter again, back-to-back catches. This time makes a man miss. Brought down at the 30. Miles Haywood again, already 3 tackles, including that forced fumble. He's been outstanding.
He's a player with tremendous length, fluidity. You can see them just trying to get him the football in space and let him create after the catch, but very early on here, that Graham-Kapowsin defense is just swarming to the football. Multiple helmets there, getting the tackle. A little overzealous here.
Yeah, 3rd and 15 will become 3rd and 10 now after the encroachment.
Defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Collins Hill has a potent passing attack. Sam Horn, the Missouri signee, set the Gwinnett County record for passing yards in a career earlier this year. He's a perfect 4 for 4 on the day and looking to keep the drive alive with an empty backfield here. On a 3rd and 10, Horn steps into it, unloads a deep ball, looking for Hunter, and he missed him. Overthrew him by 2 or 3 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, 3rd time they've targeted him on this drive, and they've got him. He gets his step. And Horn, who came into this game at 70% completion percentage, a little bit too far out in front of his playmaker who couldn't find it and get underneath it. And Kapowsin getting his offense off the field.
And it's Sam Horn, the quarterback, who steps back to punt, so be aware for a fake, although this time he sends a rocket off his right foot, bounces out of bounds at the 22. So Graham-Kapowsin throwing the first punch, up 7-0. They've got the ball back, looking for more.
All the gifts you really can't wait to unwrap. Joy fully. Because you're forever connected by love. 2 touching center diamonds, representing the connection you share. Forever connected. The perfect gift to give this holiday. Exclusively at Kay.
We talk recruiting every Friday on the High School Football Showcase, and Washington may get overlooked when you compare places like Georgia and Texas and Florida, but they've produced plenty of Power 5 players.
Especially in the trenches. And we're seeing here some of the big men that have come out of the state of Washington. And talking to Collins Hill head coach Lenny Gregory this week, Graham-Kapowsin's size did not fall short on him. He said we need to match their physicality, and here early on they have not. And they've got some big men like number 73 Vega Ione, who's right now pushing around that Collins Hill defensive line.
They stay running right behind that O-line. Michael Toa, the fullback, this time bottled up, only a gain of 2.
We've seen Sylvia Naya with the touchdown catch, but he's projects the defense. And then, as I mentioned, Big Vega Ione, both of those players are going to head to Power 5 and kind of add to that list of some of the talented big men that have come out of the state of Washington.
And on the right side of the line, you have the Hill brothers, Curtis and Hunter, both headed to Idaho State. 5 offensive linemen that have played together for the last 3 seasons. A veteran unit that trusts itself, and they have relied on it so far in this first quarter.
And we've seen some of the past great big men that have come out of the state. And you can see in the 2022 class some of the prospects and some of the programs that they are headed to. Obviously, staying there in the Pacific Northwest with Oregon and Boise State, Notre Dame coming into the state of Washington. And then the big man, Josh Connerly Jr., still uncommitted, a name to watch here over the final month, heading into the first Wednesday in February, the next signing period.
3rd and 4, Josh Wood gets rid of it quickly. It's caught for a first down Julian Mason, they call him Juice, moves the sticks. They haven't asked much of the quarterback, Josh Wood, who's committed to Eastern Washington, but he's completed both pass attempts he's thrown.
Listen, his strength is in the short to mediate passing game. Does not have elite arm strength, but he can also be really dangerous because he can add to their rushing attack. He is an Eastern Washington commit, one of the top FCS programs in the country.
And that time making the pass against the five-star corner, Travis Hunter. This time wrapped up in the backfield. Sonny Redwood, the West Virginia signee. And Jalen Davenport, who was carrying the football, stays down after the tackle by Redwood. We'll step aside with Davenport down.
Get groceries, gifts, and more fast and easy. So last-minute guests are the only thing you'll be waiting on. Joy fully.
Because you're forever connected by love. Two touching center diamonds, representing the connection you share. Forever connected. The perfect gift to give this holiday. Exclusively at Kay.
Now, you never want to see anybody get injured, but for Graham-Kapowsin, Jalen Davenport getting helped off by his teammates now. He is such a force for this team, plays both sides of the ball, running back and linebacker, all-state player on both sides. He's already had a huge first quarter today, and after this tackle, he went down.
You see Sonny Redwood from behind tackling. Looks like as he went down, maybe rolled up on, but a young man, as you mentioned, very early on, already contributing as a runner on defense. Hopefully he'll be okay.
Wood in trouble. Down he goes. Did well to hang on to the football, but Collins Hill in on pursuit. Deion Crawford and Jalen George combined for the sack.
Yeah, early on, the few pass attempts have been quick. He cannot hold on to the football. You can see how quickly that Collins Hill defense is able to get off blocks and quickly swarm. Need to keep pounding that rock, and then when they do throw it, it's got to be quick, get out of his hands fast. This is a Collins Hill defensive front that came in with 152 tackles for a loss on the season.
Sets up a 3rd and 17 for a team that prefers to run the football. And Wood is going to run the football. Quarterback keeper wrapped up again by Asani Redwood. This play following a familiar script of elite defenses all season long. Two teams that were undefeated in their respective states, won their state championships, and they did it with defense. Look at the shutouts, both allowing less than a touchdown.
Yeah, just dominating defense. You know what the old saying, defense wins championships, and both of those programs, as they won state titles this year, proving that remains true.
Now the offense is out there for Graham-Kapowsin, but Collins Hill had their special teams unit out there, so some confusion. And now a timeout taken by Collins Hill. Timeout taken with the confusion on the field for Collins Hill. Gives us an opportunity to remind you, Monday Night Football, NFC North rivalry game. You got the Vikings and Bears, and it all starts with Monday Night Countdown, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. And we were just reminded that for Graham-Kapowsin, Jalen Davenport, he's the linebacker, he's the running back, he's also the punter. And this is already a team that does not have their starting long snapper as well. So, backup long snapper, backup punter, you know what? Might as well keep the offense on the field.
Well, you'd hope maybe somebody there can pooch it. This is not an offense that's built for kind of these third and long situations. As you mentioned, they may not have an option. We'll see here maybe if he just tries to pooch it here, Woods. You see him back it up and do that, yeah.
And that is what he does. Josh Wood, really nice kick from the quarterback. Takes a very generous bounce, so this is going to roll all the way inside the 15-yard line down to the 12. No long snapper, no punter, no problem for Josh Wood in this Eagles special teams unit, makeshift special teams unit. And now we go to a quarterback who also doubles as a punter in Sam Horn. How does he get going in this game, Craig?
Well, listen, it's still early. He's got playmakers not only in Hunter, but also in their tight end, Ethan Davis. They can run the football. He's got plenty of weapons around him. It's still early. You see needs to improve delivery baseball. It's rare that you see a quarterback who also plays baseball that pitches. Usually they're outfielders or infielders, but he has not had an issue with his delivery through his career.
I thought you were saying he needs to improve his baseball play. I go, Craig, that kind of seems like a cheap shot. I mean, we haven't seen his tape as a pitcher.
I do not know how to improve baseball, just meaning it's something to watch because it's unusual that you'll see a baseball player that also doubles as a pitcher and quarterback.
He's got to work on his slider a little bit. Quick hitter out to the flat, wrapped up immediately. Graham-Kapowsin has been dialed in on defense. They are reading Collins Hill passing attack perfectly.
They're being aggressive. They're not giving them much space, and then they're gang tackling. Collins Hill is just trying to get the football out quick to their playmakers, hoping they can create space, but this Eagles defense out of the state of Washington, they're really just playing sound effort football.
3rd and 3, blown up in the backfield. Absolutely drilled, swallowed up. Graham-Kapowsin shot out of a cannon on a 3rd down stop to force Collins Hill to punt again.
Yeah, they bring pressure right up the middle, unblocked. The 23 is there, almost meets him at the handoff. See, the run blitz there, this does not pick him up.
This is going to be great field position again for Graham-Kapowsin. No doubt about it, Craig, they have been the better team in this opening quarter.
And things have gone their way. They've created a turnover. They've been able to establish a run that last drive, integrated a little bit of passing into it. It'd be interesting to see now if they come out and try to just go back immediately to just trying to pound that football right between the tackles.
Yeah, this is a Collins Hill offense that averaged more than 35 points a game, being shut out in this first quarter. Really just everything that worked so well for them all season has been erased by Mookie Foreman and this Eagles defense. Now trying to capitalize on good field position, add to this 7-0 lead. Wood set to throw on 1st down. Incomplete, just outside of the outstretched hands of Jabez Woods.
Yeah, trying to attack Christian Harris, number 2, and that's a young man who is used to that because the player that plays on the other side of the field from him is Travis Hunter, and he usually does not get tested, and that has really kind of sharpened Harris as a corner and doing a nice job in coverage.
For a 5-star who was number 2 in the ESPN 300. Certainly not known for being quiet. We saw that on signing day when he shocked the college football world from flipping from Florida State to Deion Sanders and Jackson State, but he's been very quiet in this first quarter. Whistles blow this play dead before the snap. Jalen George was sent off the field.
Here we go, 2nd down.
Equipment issue. So 2nd and 10 now. Wood pulls it out, scurries away for positive yardage, gets about 5, sets up a 3rd and manageable here at the end of the first quarter.
Well executed by Josh Wood, the senior quarterback. Asani Redwood came crashing in. He really kind of held that ball in the pocket of the running back until the very last second before he pulls it and gets around the edge. Watch him put it there. See Asani Red, number 23, crash down really hard, give that soft corner. Well, Wood takes it for a nice gain. It sets up a much more manageable third down here. And the way in that first drive they were able to get pushed, even as a third down and 5, you could probably still potentially just get downhill with the fullback.
Not gonna get there. Asani Redwood in on the scene. Snuffed it out in the backfield of the West Virginia signee with a crucial third down stop to end this first quarter.
Well, 45 tackles for a loss for Asani Redwood on the season. He has disrupted, but early on, it's been Graham-Kapowsin who has been making the most noise, creating a turnover and putting the only points of the game on the board, up 7-0 at the end of one.
Fresh flavors, classic dishes, and a new seat at the table.
Because you're forever connected by love. 2 touching center diamonds, representing the connection you share. Forever connected. The perfect gift to give this holiday. Exclusively at Kay.
Now this is how the first quarter ended. Meet Asani Redwood, a name you're going to want to know, Craig. A terrific defensive end headed to West Virginia.
Yeah, so explosive. He just beats the blocker off the football, quickly puts his foot in the ground, gets down the line for another tackle for a loss, kind of a monster season.
And his story follows a script that you'd see on 30 for 30. Grew up in Jamaica. He was a soccer player that didn't even know the sport of football, and his family moves from Jamaica to Georgia. He ends up on the Collins Hill soccer team. Here he is in the state playoff playing soccer. There it is, heading in the game-winning goal. And Lenny Gregory, head coach for Collins Hill, and his staff picked him off the soccer field, out of the classroom, brought him to football. He's only been playing the sport of football for a little more than a year, but he's taken to the sport so quickly. He set a program record 19.5 sacks, and West Virginia took notice. Almost an interception there for the Collins Hill defense. I mean, you don't hear stories like that where a kid starts playing football and then goes to a Power 5 program all within the same year.
But when you have the natural talent that he has, and head coach Lenny Gregory raved about him. I've known head coach Lenny Gregory for many years. He used to coach at Grayson, coach Robert Condici, and he said, you know what, this guy is special. And you see the almost video game numbers he is putting up this season as a defensive lineman. He's now, I think, up to 45 tackles for a loss on the season with the 2 he's had today. Early October, we saw them, Jay, he had no offers. Now he's headed to West Virginia, and I think the Mountaineers got an absolute steal.
Redwood and the defense did their job, forced a turnover on downs. Horns in trouble as the offense takes over, scrambles, throws, it's complete. Aaron Horton on the reception, his second, and he moves the sticks on a gain of 12. This is excellent field position after the turnover on downs, a crucial 4th down stop, and Graham-Kapowsin has a player down in the secondary. We'll step aside. Collins Hill trying to tie this game to start the second quarter, driving.
All the gifts you really, really, really can't wait to unwrap. Joy fully.
Because you're forever connected by love. 2 touching center diamonds, representing the connection you share. Forever connected. The perfect gift to give this holiday. Exclusively at Kay.
The Geico State Champions Bowl Series, presented by the United States Marine Corps, is brought to you by Buick, with a family of premium SUVs designed around you.
Yeah, Bishop Gorman here in Las Vegas has been a perfect host to what is such a great concept to end the high school football season. The Geico State Champions Bowl Series. But, 4 state champions. Last night it was the Florida State champ beating the Arizona State champ, and today it's Collins Hill out of Georgia trailing Graham-Kapowsin out of Washington. Here's Travis Hunter on the catch. The 5-star corner who doubles as a wide receiver, shoved out of bounds for a gain of 8. We've been waiting to see his electricity today, Craig.
Well, they're going to keep feeding it to him because at some point he's going to break one. Here he's able to get to the outside and finishing that with a little stiff arm.
He's going to play both sides of the football for Deion Sanders and Jackson State. Keep your eye on number 12 as Collins Hill trying to tie this game. Wonderful run, bulldozing to the 25-yard line. Spencer Anderson, the senior.
Yeah, we saw early on Graham-Kapowsin, their running backs kind of pushing some piles there. Anderson on a toss, getting to the second level and creating yards after contact.
Right back to Anderson, has a seam, hurdles forward. And it's another first down run, back-to-back first down runs for Spencer Anderson. That one went for 13.
Well, both of the Power 5 defensive linemen for Graham-Kapowsin on the sideline in Vega Ione and Andrew Suvayanaya. So great time to run there.
Horn in trouble, rolls out right, pressure coming, so just throws it away. Collins Hill inside the red zone for the first time this afternoon.
And now this is potentially the point where you start to maybe look for your tight end.
And there's Lenny Gregory in year number 5, who's head coach of Collins Hill. He took over a program that was just 2-8 the year before he got there. Now the first ever state championship in school history in 7A Georgia, which is the SEC of high school football. Horn, quick hitter, incomplete. He bounced it over to Chase Nash. I don't think people that don't follow high school football realize how difficult it is to play 7A Georgia. Truly, for my money, the best league in the country, and there's a lot of good ones. This is Lenny Gregory coming into Vanderbilt and winning the SEC in 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, this is the job that he has done building that program. They built in the state championship game a Milton team that is outstanding, which includes the #1 player in the 2023 class.
Third and 10. Horn on a play action. Nobody open. Fires into traffic. Incomplete. Terrific effort by the Graham-Kapowsin secondary. Travis Hunter, the 5-star, furious. He wanted that football. Collins Hill will have to settle for a field goal attempt. This is Isaac Bonacci, the junior, from 29 yards. And he drills it. Collins Hill on the board, although they have to settle for a field goal. The bowl season continues on Monday. There's only one game, and it's a good one. 2:30 Eastern Time, Old Dominion taking on Tulsa on ESPN and the ESPN app. Now, not only is it bowl season, but it's signing period season. The early signing period just wrapped up last night. Craig Haubert, ESPN recruiting coordinator. Here are your winners.
Yeah, Texas A&M coming out of the early signing period with the #1 class, added some really nice pieces to that class over the 3 days. Texas, Steve Sarkisian, a tough year on the field, but really closing strong on the recruiting trail. Michigan headed to the college football playoff. They started the early signing period outside of the top 10. They finish it inside of the top 10. Auburn doing a nice job adding some defensive pieces, flipping a player from LSU.
Obviously, we've talked about it a lot, but Jackson State, obviously a huge winner And
Took
Deion
one
Sanders.
guy to get on that list.
We haven't talked about it yet, but we had a conversation with Travis Hunter yesterday, and there's been so much speculation on why he decided to go to Jackson State and Deion Sanders, and the immediate narrative, if you will, was, well, it has to be NIL driven. And we posed that to Travis yesterday, and he said, not at all. He said, I have not been offered. I have not signed any NIL deals. This was about what's best for me and my future, and I think getting the opportunity to work with Deion Sanders, learn for him for 3 years. Jalen Ramsey obviously would have probably preferred him going to his alma mater in Florida State instead. He spurns the Seminoles, goes to Jackson State, makes headlines on that, and the last comment I'll share from our conversation with him is he committed to Deion. We said, what happens if Deion Sanders takes a job and leaves Jackson State? He goes, well, I'm going with him.
Yep.
So there you have it. There's the similarities, obviously. Two guys that play both sides of the ball, 5-star talents, but also the personality. In that conversation, you get an it factor talking to Hunter, similar to when you're in the presence of a Deion Sanders. But right now, it's Graham-Kapowsin that, despite all the Travis Hunter talk, despite Collin Hill having more star power coming into this game, you take a look at the talent the Eagles out of Georgia possess. Some big-time Power 5 talent, a 5-star in Hunter, a great quarterback in Sam Horn, Asani Redwood headed to West Virginia, and Ethan Davis committed to Tennessee. They've got the stars, they've got the talent, the notoriety. Credit the team out of Washington. They don't care about all that. They're winning the football game right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really loaded team. And Ethan Davis in the 2023 class, not seeing him today, but he's certainly a name to know in this next cycle. But you're right, those other 3 guys all on the field today, but getting a handful from this Eagles program out of the state of Washington.
3rd and 4. What a play. Josh Wood was in trouble, and Michael Toa stampeding down the field. How about that? A gain of 12. The fullback Toa
getting open and showing the big man getting air, hurdling up. A really nice job getting that football. Watch him go up.
Hello.
And Brent, watch him. Whoa, that is outstanding form. I'm not a track and field guy, but that is tremendous form. Holy, that was impressive.
And for Josh Wood to even get rid of that football with pressure bearing down, Toa moves the chains on 3rd down and gets some style points to go along with it. Put that on SportsCenter Top 10. Barreling forward again, that's Khalil Yarbo. This rushing attack has been the recipe for Graham-Kapowsin so far this afternoon.
Gain of 6 on the play, sets up 2nd down and 6.
My quads hurt just thinking about that Toa hurdle. Wood pitches it out, has the edge. That's Zachary Lee. So many options out of the backfield as well for Graham-Kapowsin, not just one guy.
Yeah, because Wood is really dangerous with his legs. You saw there on a nice play before his ability just to keep a play alive and get that football off there. Giving a look with the option. He could be dangerous on designed runs as well. And for an offense that wants to run the football, he gives an added threat to that element.
Third and 5, they converted the last one with Toa hurdling Collin Hill. This time Wood throws deep, incomplete. Knocked away in the secondary by Jaden Davis, the junior who has offers from Tennessee, Missouri, TCU, among others.
Yeah, nice job there by Jaden Davis, closing on the football and attacking it, creating the incompletion.
And remember, Graham-Kapowsin without Jalen Davenport, who's their running back, their linebacker, and their punter. They have yet to attempt a punt today. They have gone for it twice.
I would expect them to try to pooch it here again. I think they're playing excellent football right now, but you don't want to tempt fate, giving Collins Hill potentially the football on your side of the field.
Wood steps back, and he does pooch it. Travis Hunter read it, so gets into possession. Lets it bounce. I'm surprised the five-star didn't pick that up. We're still waiting to see Travis Hunter explode. All eyes have been on the five-star, his team trailing 7-3.
Get groceries, gifts, and more fast and easy. So last-minute guests are the only thing you'll be waiting on. Joyfully.
The holidays are happening at Lowe's.
Thank you.
Shop our Winterfest event online now for pickup at the store.
Bye.
The early signing period has come to an end. And while there's still more time to go on the recruiting trail before that first Wednesday in February, here is how the top 10 sits coming out of the early signing period. A really fierce race for that #1 class between Texas A&M, Alabama, and Georgia. At one point on Wednesday, Jay, all three of those teams at one point occupied the #1 class, but ultimately it is the Aggies sitting at #1 right now, and you see Missouri at #10. Eli Drinkwitz doing a really nice job, and part of that top 10 class is Collins Hill quarterback Sam Horn.
Yeah, Horn in action right now, showing what he's got with his feet. Everybody says he's a pocket passer, but Lenny Gregory reminded us that the Missouri signee, a quarterback, very capable with his legs as well, as we take a look at that Tigers top 10 class.
It all starts in-state. 4 of the top 6 players in the state of Missouri heading to the Tigers. Luther Burton, the dynamic wide receiver out of East St. Louis.
So that'll make Sam Horn very happy that he's got an outstanding wide receiver to target.
See some defensive pickups as well, both of those from in-state.
Collins Hill has picked up the pace here. Chase Nash gang tackled by 4 Eagles.
That's what I love about this Eagles defense out of the state of Washington. They are just doing a great job defensively of getting multiple defenders to the football. How do you contain a really dynamic offense like this? Gang tackle.
Horn in trouble, rolls right, throws off his back foot, incomplete.
So threw off his back foot. Since then, it looks like he may have came down wrong, is walking a little gingerly.
As awkwardly limping back to the huddle. Travis Hunter talking to him. Those two have such a tight connection, both seniors, both on a mission to deliver Collins Hill the school's first ever state championship, which they did, now trying to keep the perfect season alive. A 3rd and 5. Horn. It's caught. Going to be very tight for that first down, a yard shy. Spencer Anderson out of the backfield. 4th and 1. What do you do here, Craig?
You know what? You may not make me defy logic a little bit. I'd go for it here. 7A state chance. You've gotten off to a little bit of a slow start. Here's a chance to kind of kick momentum your way by forcing your way into a first down here. And they don't even need it. They'll just get it, free one.
You can still see Sam Horn still battling with his lower body, grabbing at that right leg.
Defense, number 50, 5-yard penalty. Results, first down.
So a first down and a freebie, if you will, given by Graham-Kapowsin on the encroachment penalty.
And we'll see here with him maybe still not feeling 100% if they lean on the run game.
Here's Horn on first down, throwing on one-on-one coverage with Travis Hunter. He went up and got it, diving for a touchdown. What a play! Travis Hunter showing why he's a 5-star, one of the best players in the country, delivers on a 50-yard score.
Well, Sam Horn's walking a little gingerly. I think they may give him a break. Run the football. Nope. Just throw it up to maybe the most dynamic player in the 2022 class. Travis Hunter just goes up. The coverage is there. Just outleaps him. Want to know why there's so much buzz about that young man? There's a great example. A playmaker just making a big play. 4 receptions for 68 yards and a touchdown. Most of it coming right there on that outstanding catch. And really a nice throw by Sam Horn.
Hunter climbs the invisible ladder, hauls it in for the touchdown. You should see that later on SportsCenter. And that player right there, Travis Hunter, it's his world and we're just living in it. He had tidal waves on Wednesday when he shifted his commitment from Florida State to Deion Sanders at Jackson State. And take as many looks as you want at this one. As good a catch as you'll see. Went up and got it, and then dove into the end zone. And even the security police officers are impressed with that score.
Fresh flavors, classic dishes, and a new seat at the table.
Because you're forever connected by love. 2 touching center diamonds, representing the connection you share. Forever connected. The perfect gift to give this holiday. Exclusively at Kay.
Well, the 5-star ESPN 300 corner, Travis Hunter, he broke the internet on signing day Wednesday when he flipped to Jackson State and Deion Sanders, and he's about to break the internet again because that clip will go absolutely viral. SportsCenter Next is what you want to follow on all social media platforms. That clip will be up there if it's not already, and a ton more highlights of high school football. Take another look, Craig. This exemplifies what makes Travis Hunter special.
Yeah, he just gets one-on-one coverage, and you're going to see the defender. He is running with him. The football goes up. Watch him track it. And then the elevation just to go over the absolute elite ball skills that he has to make the catch, and then the dive into the end zone. I mean, such a wealth of tools, elite quickness, speed. We saw the ball skills right there. So explosive defensively to be able to close. Instincts you see on the defensive side of the ball as well.
And for everybody going, well, I thought he was a corner. Well, he's going to play both sides of the ball at Jackson State. You just saw the catch as a wide receiver, but the same skills, going up and get it. If he was a corner defending that play, he probably still makes the catch. Big time run from Graham-Kapowsin, trying to punch right back. Josh Wood takes it for 13, some pushing and shoving after the play.
Yeah, you know, listen, he can very easily be a 5-star wide receiver alone, but if you kind of go by the philosophy, you put your best players on defense, and you can, like as I mentioned, you don't get a lockdown corners just don't grow on trees, and when you get one like that, you know, you certainly utilize him on the defensive side of the ball, but I think Shedeur Sanders will be more than happy to take him as a weapon there at Jackson State.
Is that a defensive coordinator's philosophy? You put your best players on defense?
That's a head coach's philosophy.
Well, they've certainly done that.
Well, let me say, that's a successful head coach's philosophy.
Well, Travis Hunter doing it on both sides today. Graham-Kapowsin trying to counter with the ground game.
All right, so they won the 7A state title with 6 shutouts, held 10 opponents to single digits this year. They did that because they had some dudes on defense.
I think also because they've got a terrific head coach in Lenny Gregory, who only in year number 5 has delivered the Eagles their first ever state championship in the state of Georgia. And to do it in 7A, that's one of the most difficult leagues in the country, and now trying to do it on the national stage. Graham-Kapowsin driving down by 3. Play action, Wood rolling right. Pressure coming, gets rid of it. It's caught! Nobody in front of him! Jabez Woods to the house! Touchdown, Graham-Kapowsin! What an answer from the Eagles! This team from Washington is here to play.
That was ill-advised, but you know what? Don't matter when it goes like that. He had Collin Hill in hot pursuit, threw back across his body to the middle, but had a receiver there. And able to create a big play.
The extra point is no good, so it keeps it just a 3-point lead for Graham-Kapowsin.
Well, Josh Wood can be really dangerous on the move. See that Collins Hill defense coming in, even in the grass. He's still able to keep his eyes downfield, find a receiver over the middle. They say don't throw across your body to the middle. He does it anyway, gets it on target. And Jabez Wood, the sophomore, makes the grab and takes it to the house.
You know what? Josh Wood's fired up, and for good reason. I mean, take our broadcast, for example. We, like everybody, talking Travis Hunter, talking about all the talent that Collins Hill has. Georgia, fertile recruiting grounds. They've got the better players. Well, this team out of Washington doesn't want to hear it. They've got an undefeated season they're trying to protect just as much as Collins Hill, and they are proving that in this first half.
They are just finding ways to make plays, swarming through the ball on defense. And then Josh Wood showing the ability to create second opportunities and making plays.
Kicking it deep to Jalen Harris. Harris shoved out of bounds at the 25. As Collins Hill makes its way back out onto the field, top 5 recruits in the state of Georgia. We've talked a lot about number 1. Tell us a little more about 2 through 5.
Well, I think Malachi Starks could be an impact freshman there at Georgia. Listed as athlete, he projects to the secondary like Hunter at the college level. Georgia there doing an outstanding job at home. So crucial to keep so much of that talent there close to home. The Bulldogs are doing that. Texas A&M, Tennessee also getting into the state.
Go to the ground game with Spencer Anderson. You know a lot more about football than I do, but why wouldn't you just throw it up to Hunter again?
Yeah, well, I mean, you look for those one-on-one matchups, and we've seen it a few times, just quickly trying to get it to him. Out on the edge, but they'll keep him involved. You want to keep that defense honest with a little bit of the run game, but now in an empty look.
You see the safety shading over to Hunter now. They get it out to him in the flat. Here goes Travis Hunter. Steps on the gas, makes a man miss. Tackled just shy of the 50, but you see the explosion that he possesses, a 21-yard run for a first down.
Well, to your point, at times they've been able to shut him down here early in the game with those quick passes, but here he's able to create after the catch with the agility and quickness.
Flip it to Chase Nash, trying to find the edge, turns the corner, steps on the gas, cuts back at the 25, and Collins Hill back inside the red zone.
Outstanding job by number 6, Spencer Anderson, blocking out on the edge to give him the corner. See a little jet sweep. Oh, here's Travis Hunter, the quick screen out to him.
Here's Horn, throws back to Hunter. It's low, Hunter receives it, stiff arms the guy, cuts back at the 15, almost stayed on his feet. He was ankle tackled at the 5.
Lucky too, like his body control did. He didn't put his knee on the ground. That was a low catch. He kind of went down. He was able to keep that knee off the ground, keep himself alive, and then running after the catch.
First and goal. Gonna run it with Anderson. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Collins Hill.
The senior, who had a really nice block on that drive on a big gain, able to punch it in for his 12th touchdown on the year. That's the thing about Travis Hunter. In that first quarter, they were able to contain him, but you know at one point, if you keep feeding him the football, he's just gonna break loose. Making a few nice runs on that drive.
Two state champions, 2 perfect seasons on the line, and in this second quarter, these two teams, like heavyweight prize fighters in Las Vegas, going punch for punch.
And here, giving it to the senior running back, he was nice to get a good block up front, creating a big hole and able to take it in. Nice job on that drive by Collins Hill, just getting several playmakers involved. Often wowed by the playmaking ability of Travis Hunter, but really just good team effort, putting points on the board.
Coming up tonight, 7:30 Eastern Time over on ABC in the ESPN app. The Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl presented by Stiefel. I love bowl season. Football all day, every day. And the high school bowl series, just a terrific job by everyone at Paragon Marketing to put this together, bring 4 state champions all to Las Vegas. 2 teams, one from Georgia, one from Washington, trying to protect a perfect season. The effort, the hustle from these 2 teams. Graham-Kapowsin has all 3 timeouts, 2 minutes and 4 seconds to work with. How aggressive would you be if you're head coach Aaron Curley?
Not overly aggressive. I think you still want to, listen, they're not a football team that can drive the ball downfield. That's not where their strength is. They still got their timeouts. They can still run the football. We've seen what their senior quarterback committed to Eastern Washington, Josh Wood, can do. Get him out on the edge, give him some run-pass options.
2 timeouts, coach.
The last thing you want to do, though, Jay, is kind of drive it downfield and get a little bit too over-aggressive, potentially give this Collins Hill offense an opportunity to get another shot at the football.
Here's Wood on a play action, steps into it, unloads a deep ball, incomplete. Looking for Woods again, who scored that explosive touchdown on the previous drive.
Second time they've tried to attack Christian Harris, and the second time he's responded with just excellent coverage running with him.
For a team that we saw early in this game, they want to run the football, run behind those 5 seniors on the offensive line. You know, the Eastern Washington commit, Josh Wood at quarterback, he's shown he's got a more than capable arm to make Collins Hill pay in the passing game.
Yeah, still his strength is in that short to intermediate. I think you get him on the edge.
I'm out there first.
Graham-Kapowsin takes the first of 3 timeouts with $1:56 left in this opening half. Gives us an opportunity to talk more early signing day with Craig Haubert, ESPN's recruiting coordinator. And it's part of every signing day, the flips, the surprises day of. Obviously, Travis Hunter stole the headlines with his flip to Jackson State and Deion Sanders, but he wasn't the only one.
No, you see there, Georgia losing Marquise Groves Killebrew to the #1 class in Texas A&M. Barham from out of St. Francis Academy, who we've seen on the high school football showcase this year. Really just days after committing to South Carolina, wind up staying at home with Maryland. And then just yesterday, Jaleel Skinner, the tight end out of IMG Academy, flipping from Alabama to Miami, a big win there for Mario Cristobal. as he's continuing to try and build that Miami class and rebuild that Miami program. And you know what they call that in the recruiting world, Jay, this time of year?
I don't know, but we've got a camera guy, Kevin, dressed in an elf costume.
He's celebrating the Merry Flipmas, part of recruiting.
Merry Flipmas. Okay, well, there you have it. Happy holidays, everybody, from Craig Hobart. Terrific play from Josh Wood. All these players for Graham-Kapowsin, they just finish their runs. They're always falling forward. Just stopped 1 yard shy of the first down marker, so a 3rd and 1.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Collins Hill calls a timeout before this 3rd and 1. Our Burger King of the moment, the 5-star Travis Hunter, climbing the invisible ladder, went up and got this one for the touchdown.
Tremendous leaping ability, tracking the football, just going over the defender to take it. That when the football is in the air, it's mind mentality.
He's got the 5-star skill. They've given it a little Deion Sanders primetime dance after the touchdown.
They'll get some coaching on it. We've seen Deion Sanders for many years as a head coach down at the Under Armour All-American game, and one day would always, part of the practice would be dedicated to a little bit of that swag and that dancing.
Well, you can have a 5-star personality, a lot of kids do, but you have to back it up as Graham-Kapowsin pushing the pile. Michael Toa, the fullback, barrels forward for the first down. And a reminder, Travis Hunter, he's going to play for one of the most electric players in the history of the sport. And he told us growing up, he would watch Deion clips. It's a big reason why he committed to Florida State, but now getting the opportunity to play for the man himself.
An opportunity as a corner to learn from arguably the greatest to ever do it, Deion Sanders, now a head coach.
And he made it very clear, if Deion takes another job, he's going with him. Wood runs into this one, throws, incomplete. Off the hands of Woods.
And this time, Wood had a step on Harris. And a missed opportunity there, a little bit out in front of him, not able to get it. There's a chance there for a really big play in a passing game.
It is funny, in the passing game, they don't even look Hunter's way.
No, but now you want to get thrown in the fire. You want to get good real quick. That's what has happened to Christian Harris. As I said, they don't throw much number 12's way, so he gets a lot of action. And for the most part this season, he has responded.
Wood's going to keep it on a quarterback keeper. Plenty of room to run. Steps on the gas inside the 30. Travis Hunter comes from the other side of the field to make the tackle. Might have saved the touchdown. Hunter stays down after the play. The 5-star rips off his helmet, clearly in pain after he makes a touchdown-saving tackle to deny Josh Wood. Hunter started on the far side of the field, runs all the way to the near side to make the stop. And you see head coach Lenny Gregory talking to Hunter, flat on his back.
Tremendous effort. You remember, too, Travis Hunter missed 4 games this year, lower body injury. See, Hunter was on the other side of the field. Then you see that not only the tremendous speed, but the angle that he takes, and he tries to rip it out at the end. You see, as soon as he went down, he kind of motioned to the sideline.
And he knew it immediately.
But there you go. It's great to see him up, walking on his own. I think, remember, sometimes too, when you've been hurt earlier in the season and you go down, you feel something, there's like a wave of panic that kind of comes over you, like almost the adrenaline. And so it's really nice to kind of see him up and walking around. And sometimes when you feel that, and you've been hurt earlier in the season, you worry, I don't want to go down that road again. But great just to see him up.
Well, a Travis Hunter-less Collins Hill defense trying to keep Graham-Kapowsin out of the end zone. Wood throwing, it's caught! Inside the 5, Julian Mason, the Idaho State commit. Big catch, gain of 20.
Nice job, Julian Mason, just finding an open spot and then quickly turning upfield, making a defender miss for extra yards, and really setting up this Graham-Kapowsin offense for an opportunity to punch some points in before the half. Rolling out, see him just sit down, work back inside. Defender there doing a poor job, just kind of reaching out his arm, not in a position to make the tackle. Here you would imagine they just kind of punch it in with the big fullback.
It is Toa barreling forward into the end zone. Touchdown, Graham-Kapowsin. The Washington State champs take the lead with 14 seconds left in the half.
And he is just a load number 33. Like, there is just no way of stopping his forward momentum. Able to punch that one in, but again, the athleticism of Josh Wood making several plays on that drive.
They missed the extra point earlier in this half, so electing to potentially go for 2. A timeout taken before the 2-point attempt. Do you like the idea of going
Nah,
for
a little
2?
bit too early.
Yeah.
You kick the extra point, you make it a 3-point game. And just giving it to the big man who's just an absolute load. Like, that's almost a gimme at that point. 5 runs, 30 yards, a touchdown, as well as the catch that included a beautiful hurdle of 14 yards. I'm still, that may be more impressive than the Travis Hunter touchdown.
Well, there's a lot of people on Twitter that'll probably disagree with you, but
hey, I'm confident. How much in a 245? That's a generous 245 hurdling like that.
well, I almost want to throw up a poll or something. Use our Sports Center Next platform.
If you want to lose,
maybe at halftime we can get something going.
I'm going with the hurdle. That was not only, it wasn't like sometimes guys just jump up. Like, he had the one leg stretched out, the other one tucked back.
The arm technique.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a great hurdler to compare him to now, but I'm drawing a blank.
Stick to football.
Thank you.
A fake thrown back of the end zone, jump ball incomplete. Andrew Savaya-Naya, who caught the opening touchdown, couldn't hang on there. And so it'll remain just a 2-point lead for Graham-Kapowsin.
All right, who's with me here? Watch this. Watch the big, again, a generous 245. Watch him, look at that form. That is beautiful. Like, listen, you would expect that from Travis Hunter. Do you really expect that from big number 33? Now look at going up. Listen, that's artistic. I get it, but it's expected.
Okay, so I'm going to talk to our people at Sports Center next. We're going to try and clip that off and then put a poll out. So go to Sports Center next on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. You be the judge.
Yes.
It's not like I'm against the hurdle. I love the hurdle.
Yes.
But that Travis Hunter is a play that you will see on Sundays one day.
Yeah, well, exactly. So you can enjoy the hurdle now. You've got more great catches from Hunter coming down the road.
What do you think Deion Sanders' reaction will be when he sees that play?
Make sure we have that in the playbook.
The squib kick with just 14 seconds left. Chase Nash gets it past the 35, breaks a hole. Chase Nash all the way past the 50, still on his feet. Out of bounds with 2 seconds left, and Sam Horn, the quarterback headed to Missouri, he's got plenty of range to send a jump ball into the end zone.
You just talked about, you may get an opportunity to see number 12 go up again.
And
it's
after
great to see him in the huddle there.
I was going to say, would he be healthy enough to go in? And he puts the helmet on. A timeout taken by Graham-Kapowsin. Looks like they might try a field goal attempt here. Ball's marked at the 34-yard line, so that would be a 51-yard attempt for a high school kicker, Isaac Bonacci.
Yeah,
they said his max was around the 30-yard line, so this is 4 yards past that. I would give Sam Horn an opportunity. I mean, it's a quarterback who's going to Missouri.
Yeah, you know, listen. We saw Travis there in the huddle. They may want to give him the half to kind of feel a little bit better there. He's on the bench. I think he's 100% healthy. You run him out there, you throw it up, you see what happens. But they're gonna, as you mentioned, try to put 3 up.
Well, Sam Horn is the holder. Any chance they're doing a fake?
Not from this range, not from this far.
Okay. And Travis Hunter isn't even on the field for this field goal attempt. Isaac Bonacci from 51 to take the lead on the final play of this first half. Puts his full leg into it, end over end. It's going to be short by about 3 yards. Terrific effort from the junior Isaac Bonacci, just not enough leg. So it's Graham-Kapowsin who heads in to halftime with a 2-point lead. Both teams just terrific effort, state champions, perfect seasons on the line, and hopefully the second half is as good as the first one was.
Yeah, Graham-Kapowsin really came out, set a tone with some physical running on that first drive, but Travis Hunter, you can contain him at times, but he's going to break loose as he was able to in that first half right there, going up, snatching the football, punching it in for a touchdown, but Graham-Kapowsin would not be denied as they countered and now go into the half. The state champs from Washington with the lead. Happened when 2 really good teams face each other.
Absolutely.
You're going to give. When you got playmakers like we have on this field.
What's the recipe for Graham-Kapowsin if they want to finish the second half?
Continue winning in the turnover battle. And I would just keep pounding that football, giving it to big number 33, and then letting their quarterback, Josh Wood, the Eastern Washington commit, keep him on the move. He's so dangerous when he gets outside that pocket, either as a runner or really the ability to keep plays alive, find open receivers downfield.
It'll be the Eagles out of Washington that start the second half with the football, holding on to a 2-point lead. So we are back underway in Las Vegas. Zachary Lee on the return from his own 5. Drilled to the 21 and dropped. And that's where Josh Wood, the Eastern Washington commit, this Eagles offense will take over.
Really nice job in that first half, just establishing the run, working the short to intermediate passing game off of it. They took a few shots downfield, did not work out for them. Again, I don't think there's a lot to be made there, especially against this secondary. Good to see Travis Hunter back out there at corner.
He was injured making a tackle late in that first half. This is his first play back on the field. Graham-Kapowsin runs it right up the middle, nothing going.
Hand off to number 8, Zachary.
That's, and we were talking to the head coach for Graham-Kapowsin earlier in the week, and he said, you know what, running the football, sometimes we just need to be happy with 3 or 4 yards. Obviously didn't get anything there, but they have shown working that football between the tackles, they can get positive yardage, work to stay out of those 3rd and longs.
An offensive line anchored by 5 seniors that have played the last 3 seasons together. They've gotten old together. Big reason why they were state champions. That's Julian Mason. They call him Juice on the reception, boots and chains on a gain of 10.
Just enough of a move after the catch to get that first down.
Eric Curley joking with us about the top target, Julian Mason. He's a classic wide receiver. He just wants the ball all the time. Goes by the nickname Juice, the Idaho State commit.
Idaho State, 3 commits out of this program.
Back to the ground game, running hard. Here's Khalil Yarbo, bottled up. The football's out. Collins Hill says they have it, and they do. It was Yarbo who coughed it up, and that's the Collins Hill turnover that the Eagles defense had been waiting for. Jalen George pried it free, the senior defensive end.
And they have been aggressive in tackling it, stripping at the football. You see that as soon as he wraps up, the rest of the defense he begins to attack and rip out that football.
Roberto Bryant fell on it, and it's Collins Hill ball in terrific field position. They take over at the 34-yard line.
How do you take a shot here with the 5-star?
A delayed handoff, Spencer Anderson running. He's swallowed up and met, only a gain of 1.
Spencer Anderson with the run.
Graham-Kapowsin started the half, winning the turnover battle, but Collins Hill able to steal a possession here early with great field position.
Travis Hunter one-on-one coverage, bottom of your screen. Instead, a swing pass to Anderson. Breaks 2 tackles, then is brought down at the 22-yard line. Gain of 8.
State championship teams usually do the little things well, and that was a nice gain because the other receivers out there were doing a nice job of blocking on the edge, creating a lane. They'll pick up that first down.
Yeah, fresh set of downs for Sam Horn, knocking on the doorstep of the red zone. Right back to Anderson for the 3rd time in a row. Still going forward to the 15 before he's wrestled down.
I don't know how he went forward because at one point he wasn't even on the ground anymore. They picked him up like a surfboard and somehow he kept kind of going forward.
On his way to the 15.
Seen a lot of just hard running in this game by both teams.
Empty backfield. Horn hesitates, then throws over the middle. That's Aaron Horton on the grab. Takes it inside the 10, so it'll set up a 1st and goal for Collins Hill, looking for the lead at the start of this 3rd quarter. Ryan Stevens into the game, his first carry, and it ends with a touchdown. Ryan Stevens bouncing off tacklers, and Collins Hill with that score takes the lead.
Ryan Stevens, he is their short yardage back, just around 100 yards total on the year, but that was his 9th touchdown. They bring him in and he punches it in. We're gonna look at a potential matchup here for 2. If not, they'll bring that unit back in and kick it. Remember, Sam is their holder as well.
You know, the unique formation. And they snap it. Horn throws it to nobody. Kind of a broken play, never seemed like it was settled. And so it'll remain a 4-point lead for Collins Hill. Oh, hold on, a very late flag on the goal line. It's gonna be a personal foul against Jalen George, the left tackle. I don't know what the play call was there for Collins Hill.
After the play was over, taunting, number 56 on the offense. That penalty will be added to the kickoff.
So even though Collins Hill has the lead, Graham-Kapowsin will have an opportunity with 15 yards coming on the ensuing kickoff.
Well, Collins Hill, they would steal a possession defensively, creating a turnover. The offense will respond by punching one in, and Travis Hunter happy as they've now taken the lead.
All the gifts you really, really, really can't wait to unwrap. Joyfully.
The holidays are happening at Lowe's.
Thank you.
Shop our Winterfest event online now for pickup at the store.
Bye.
Well, 5-star Travis Hunter is going to play for arguably the best corner ever. Trying to think of a comp. One that came to mind, I had to go a bit back in the recruiting rankings, but Patrick Peterson, the fluidity that he has matches very much with Peterson coming out in high school. The quick feet, the ability to close, the vision to see things, the instincts, and then Patrick Peterson coming out of high school in South Florida. He played on both sides of the ball as well, as does Travis Hunter. And just the elite ball skills and the body control as we've seen on that catch and one in the first half.
And Hunter making tidal waves in the college football world and breaking his nearly 2-year commitment to Florida State to join Deion Sanders and Jackson State. And to play devil's advocate on that decision, Patrick Peterson, who you just compared him to, played at LSU, faced SEC caliber wide receivers week in and week out, which probably helped him improve during his time in college. How is Hunter going to see that level of improvement facing what you would feel is inferior competition?
Well, yeah, listen, it's not the same as the Power 5. There's a lot of great players there as well. But listen, one thing you've known, if you watch the NFL, you see the draft, if you're a great player, the NFL will find you. And I guarantee you, Travis Hunter already on the radar.
He told us yesterday it's all about learning from Deion Sanders, trying to pick his brain for 3 years and just get ready for the National Football League. That is why he made the decision to sign with Jackson State, and obviously he headlines that class.
Yeah, listen, they're gonna get some transfers in there as well. They're gonna hit the transfer portal. They're gonna continue to add to that class. Deion Sanders could really just be an outstanding recruiter. He's shown that in his short time at Jackson State, especially with the pickup of Travis Hunter. He's going to surround him around some more talent. I'll tell you what, at the very least in those practices at Jackson State, they're going to be pretty competitive.
You've been around Deion Sanders a lot on the camp circuit and the Under Armour All-American game. What is Travis Hunter going to gain most from being coached by Coach Prime?
I think the experience and the knowledge. I think he'll do a really great job of helping him to grow as a player and as a young man as well. Deion does a really nice job just kind of teaching life lessons, and I think he'll really take him under his wing and realize that this young man's got a lot of talent and a very bright future ahead of him. He takes care of business. And Travis is going to get in head coach Deion Sanders, someone who's really just familiar with what it takes, what to do to be successful, what to avoid, and maximize ability. Deion Sanders always known for a lot of flash, but anybody who knows him in the league or you talk to, they always talked about his work ethic.
Wood on the run, off his back foot, throws it up, almost caught. What a Herculean effort that would have been. Could not hang on Stephen Mars. The Eastern Washington commit had no business getting this pass off, and yet it was almost a beauty.
Yeah, I don't even know how it was this close. That ball just hung in the air forever. You see Hunter in pursuit. And then I think he kind of took his eyes off the ball to see where he was on the sideline, not able to make a catch. But tell you what, the quarterback, Josh Wood, he really has a knack for just getting out of trouble and getting that football into position to make a play, and it was really close there. One that it shouldn't have even been that close.
Third and 6, Wood. Pressure bearing down on him. Throws it for the first down. It's caught. Julian Mason, they call him Juice, and he moves the chains.
Good route there from the Idaho State commit, just knowing where he needed to be, sitting down. The QB Wood finding him, putting him right on the number.
Graham-Kapowsin giving it everything they have to try and keep a perfect season alive and take down Collins Hill out of Georgia.
Yeah, responding nicely after that first drive of the second half, resulted in a fumble.
1st and 10 in Collins Hill territory. Midway through this third quarter. Wood keeps it himself, breaks a tackle, and then brought down. It was Rich Dorsey on the stop.
Yeah, good tackle there by Dorsey. Had he not made it, Wood could still be running. Does a really nice job with that zone read. selling it, no one to pull it.
Second. Set.
Wood, pressure coming. Asani Redwood in pursuit. Hit as he threw it, and it's dropped. Great job again, Josh Wood, with pressure bearing down to get the ball out, and it was a catchable ball, but Andrew Savayanaya could not hang on.
Josh Wood should really be out there with a cape and a top hat, because he is just like just creating things on his own, just jumping in the air. Yet another one that a throw you probably shouldn't make and probably shouldn't even have been as close to a completion as it was. Savayanaya there with an opportunity, just not able to hold on, but Josh Wood, if I'm Collin Hill, I'm doing everything that I can to keep him in the pocket, because once Josh Wood gets outside, he is really dangerous and so creative.
Graham-Kapowsin, 5 for 8 on third down this afternoon, 1 for 1 on the drive. Collins Hill sends pressure. Wood forced to scramble. Flips it out. He finds Zachary Lee tripped up right at the first down marker. It's at the 35. Where will they mark the football? Looks like it's going to be very close, maybe half a yard shy. Brings up 4th and 1, and you know Graham-Kapowsin's going to go for it. Here in Vegas, Josh Wood has been David Copperfield on this drive and looking for one more rabbit out of the hat on a 4th and 1.
This one's pretty, I would just hand it to the big man, number 33.
And they do. Toa plowing forward, has the first down comfortably, but he lost the football. Football is out. Who's on the bottom of the pile? It stays with Graham-Kapowsin.
He kind of pushed forward and never kind of went down and tried to kind of get up and get a few more yards and kind of lost the handle on the football. As expected, they give it to the big man. He's pushing forward. He fell on somebody. It's going down. Whoever, I did not see whoever was at the bottom of the pile was smart enough to kind of get his hand up there and knock it loose as Tua was trying to move forward. But as you mentioned, the Eagles out of the state of Washington luckily able to fall on it and keep this drive alive.
Toa, 6 carries, 34 yards, and a touchdown. Wood batted down to the line of scrimmage, falls incomplete. He was looking for Toa this time in the passing game. Couldn't deliver the ball to him.
Yeah, it's more than once today that Aaron Horton, number 1, has done a nice job there out in space to getting his hands up, deflecting a pass. You mentioned they were trying to feed the big man out there in the flat, looking for a sequel to the hurdle, which I'm sure if we were to see the poll at this point would be way ahead.
Yeah, we'll get an update on our SportsCenter next poll on what the highlight of the first half was. 2nd and 10 upcoming, 9th play of the drive. Graham-Kapowsin looking for the lead. Here's Wood, set to throw, slings it low, and it's caught for a first down. Jabez Woods delivers again. He's been the top target today, already a touchdown to his name.
Yeah, working against Hunter. It's a nice job of coming back, working to the football. As you mentioned, Jay, that throw was a little bit low. And tough to tell, no replay, but it really did a nice job of working to it, getting his arms underneath it, making a tough catch there.
Yeah.
Graham-Kapowsin knocking on the door of the red zone. Ball marked the 21-yard line for a 1st and 10. Right up the middle, Zachary Lee. That offensive line trying to push the pile. At times in this game, when Graham-Kapowsin's running the football, it looks more like a rugby scrum than it does a football game.
That's a good description.
You don't have to sound so surprised when there's a good description.
It's been a long season. That's the first one.
Inside the red zone. two heavyweights that came in undefeated, state champions in their respective states, and just going punch for punch, and Graham-Kapowsin trying to land one at the end of this third quarter. Right up the gut, the fullback, Michael Toa, rumbling inside the 5. So difficult to bring down. The powerful fullback Toa bulldozing his way to a 1st and goal.
He looks like an offensive lineman who went into a running back's jersey locker and just stole his jersey. Out there rumbling along.
Why wouldn't you give it to him again?
Down here, absolutely. Keep feeding the big man.
Twelfth play of the drive, 1st and goal, right back to Toa, trying to plow his way in, this time denied by the front 4 of Collins Hill.
We still got opportunities here to feed him or kind of run a little play action to him, try to slip out number 5. Remember earlier in the game, Andrew Savaya-Naya, they slipped him out, scored their first touchdown of the game, number 5. They'll be lined up in line to quarterback's left.
High formation, Toa the fullback. And it's Zachary Lee who dots the I. He gets the pitch, full head of steam, into the end zone. Touchdown, Graham-Kapowsin. The undefeated state champs out of Washington grab the lead with a $1:50 left in the third quarter.
Well, they went to the left, little toss, ran to the side with Savaya-Naya, the Power 5 prospect, as well as Vega Ione. Both of those players with Power 5 offers, working on that left side at tight end and left tackle. Got the push and allowed that offense to be able to punch it in and take the lead.
All the gifts you really, really, really can't wait to unwrap. Joy fully.
Because you're forever connected by love. 2 touching center diamonds, representing the connection you share. Forever connected. The perfect gift to give this holiday. Exclusively at Kay.
The Geico State Champions Bowl Series, presented by the United States Marine Corps, is brought to you by Burger King. The Italian Original Chicken Sandwich is now on 2 for $6.
Now the Geico State Champions Bowl Series has delivered. 2 undefeated powerhouses in their respective state has come to Las Vegas, and it's just been back and forth. Right now, the team out of Washington, Graham-Kapowsin, has grabbed the lead. Sunday NFL Countdown, kick off your Week 15 with the Countdown crew on ESPN and the ESPN app. 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 Pacific. They're going all access with NFL sack leader TJ Watt. Don't want to miss him. He's Craig Hopper, ESPN recruiting coordinator. Jay Alter with you. Graham-Kapowsin, so impressive in this game. Every time Collins Hill throws a punch, they respond with one of their own. Jalen Harris on the return. Plenty of speed. Cuts back at the 40. A flag is thrown. It's this run that gets all the way into Graham-Kapowsin territory, likely coming back. What has impressed you most about these 2 teams today, Craig?
Listen, when you get 2 state champions battling against each other, you expect to see the competitive ability, and both of these teams, listen, this may not be part of their regular season, they may have won their state title, but given the opportunity to compete.
Turn to return, block in the back, on the return team. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Given the opportunity to compete, they are relishing the opportunity, and listen, once the ball is kicked off, they want to get a win, and right now both of them are going back and forth
fresh flavors, classic dishes, and a new seat at the table.
Hey, check it out.
Lowe's Price Promise means if you find an exact product from a qualifying retailer for less, we'll match it, so you can make the most of every single season.
The early signing period just wrapped up last night. Craig Haubert, ESPN recruiting coordinator. Let's flash forward to next fall and look at the Buick Impact freshmen for the class of 2022.
Well, I think the Aggies got a few of them, so I'm going to start right at the top with five-star defensive tackle Walter Nolan, ultra competitor, explosive, violent with his hands. Luther Burton, the five-star wide receiver going to Missouri. Seeing him on film and at events, he is just a difference maker, even stands out when he's amongst the best in the nation. And Aaron Anderson, we saw him on the high school football showcase for Edna Carr, so dangerous as a return man.
Well, Sam Horn will be very happy to have Luther Burden as an impact freshman. You know, he's both committed and now signed for Missouri. Horn part of that top 10 class that Eli Drinkwitz brought in.
You want to talk about a pretty nice transition going from throwing to Travis Hunter in high school to throwing to Luther Burden in college.
Right now, Collins Hill trying to establish the run. Spencer Anderson shot out of the cannon. Picks up the first down and a whole lot more. It's a gain of 16.
Nice job by the Eagles out of Georgia, just getting to the second level, getting a body on a body, giving Anderson a nice lane there.
Ball down to the 47-yard line.
Injured player on the Graham-Kapowsin sideline. First and 10, under a minute left in this third quarter. Collins Hill in Graham-Kapowsin territory. Here's Horn on first down. Picks out Travis Hunter. Here goes the five-star. Wrestled out of bounds, but he did pick up the first down on a gain of 11.
Getting it out to the playmaker. This little quick pass. You see corner loses leverage, comes in a little bit too tight, gives him the outside, and there he's able to pick up the extra yards.
Hunter's first catch in this second half. Graham-Kapowsin trying to hold on to a 3-point lead. Quick hitter to Spencer Anderson out of the backfield. Gets past the 30. Sets up a 2nd and 3. 20 seconds left in this third quarter.
Horn, we talked about part of that top 10 Missouri class. A two-sport athlete, going to play both quarterback and baseball. We saw him earlier this fall. He goes, I want to compete to be the starting quarterback and starting pitcher.
Buys himself some time. Pressure coming, slings a fastball out of bounds, incomplete, and that'll do it for this third quarter. Now these two teams are delivering at a high level. The state champs out of Georgia, Collins Hill, trailing by 3. How about Graham-Kapowsin out of Washington? Going to try and close it to the fourth quarter. Fun finish coming your way on ESPNU.
Get groceries, gifts, and more fast and easy. So last-minute guests are the only thing you'll be waiting on. Joyfully.
Because you're forever connected by love. 2 touching center diamonds, representing the connection you share. Forever connected. The perfect gift to give this holiday. Exclusively at Kay.
Start of the fourth quarter, 15 minutes left in regulation. Craig Hauber, Jay Alter with you. Two undefeated state champions coming to Las Vegas to compete, and boy, have they delivered. Collins Hill and Graham-Kapowsin going punch for punch in this game. It's Collins Hill that'll start the fourth quarter, a critical 3rd and 3, trailing by 3. Trying to run the football. Anderson makes a man miss, runs into the ref, still keeps going inside the 15. Huge 3rd down carry. Takes it for 15 yards straight into the red zone.
Yeah, nifty footwork there by the senior. There was quick penetration. He had to make a defender miss immediately. He did. Got to the second level and picked up big yardage there for the first down.
The first 3rd down conversion for Collins Hill all game comes at the start of the fourth quarter to keep the drive alive. 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Horn to the end zone for Travis Hunter. He made the catch, but not in bounds. Incomplete.
Now, I have not seen him in a testing setting, but it's got to be a 40-plus inch vertical. Like, it's not even, like, and where in the 40s is the question. Like, all right, this is an incompletion. Look at him go up. Look at just.
He climbs that invisible ladder. We saw him do it earlier in this game. Anderson takes it inside the 10, gain of 6.
There's just been some really admirable, tough running by both teams in this game. We're in this fourth quarter, and both teams are just running backs who are just lowering their shoulders and running full steam, getting everything they got.
Here's Horn, the Missouri signee, flips it out to Spencer Anderson, almost tripped up, kept his footing. Inside the 5, I think he's got the first down, and he does.
Just out of the clutch there of Big Ione. You see the big man in pursuit, but the balance by Spencer Anderson just to kind of get out of that arm tackle from the legs and set up.
No, they marked him just short of
3rd and 1.
Should be 4th down, but 3rd and 1 showing there's confusion and also a flag. But the first down marker was at the 5-yard line. I thought he got well inside the 5.
Defense, number 22. Half the distance to the goal results.
Regardless, first down.
It should have been 4th down because
it
was a 3rd down. Yeah. Should have been 4th down if they marked him shy, but I thought he was well inside the 5-yard line. So a 1st and goal. Collins Hill looking for the lead. They give it to Ryan Stevens trying to punch his way in. Not going to get there. Stuffed by Graham-Kapowsin. Curtis Hill laying the lumber inside for that Eagles defensive front.
Stevens, their short yardage back. They bring him in. He had punched one in earlier in the game, just trying to get him down. They see him pulling the guard and tackle. A nice job by that defensive line of just being stout, not giving any ground, nowhere to go.
Right back to the ground game. Did he break the ply line? Spencer Anderson waiting for the official signal. There it is, touchdown Collins Hill.
And he earned that touchdown because he took a big shot.
In a game of inches, Spencer Anderson breaks the plane and fires Collins Hill in front. And Isaac Bonacci, who missed a field goal earlier in this game, an opportunity to make it a 4-point lead for Collins Hill. And they missed it. Yeah, I mean, it looked like he missed it waiting for the official signal, and yes, hooked it. So it remains a 3-point game. Collins Hill has the lead.
There has been some hard running in this game and some big hitting. Both evidence right there, but Spencer Anderson making it worth it, getting in the end zone. Collins Hill regains the lead.
Fresh flavors, classic dishes, and a new seat at the table.
Hey, check it out.
At Lowe's, we're home to great values during the holidays and every day. Where everything comes with competitive prices. And it's all backed by our Lowe's Price Promise, which means if you find an exact product from a qualifying retailer for less, we'll match it, so you can make the most of every single season.
The Geico State Champions Bowl Series, presented by the United States Marine Corps, is brought to you by Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance. And the Marines, the battle to belong begins here.
Two programs that are usually playing under the Friday night lights of high school football, playing under the bright lights of Las Vegas. It served as the perfect backdrop to what's just been a terrific matchup between these undefeated state champs. And we sold defense, two teams that allowed less than a touchdown coming into the day. They've now both allowed the most points that they've allowed all season against each other.
Well, two also outstanding offenses. Something's got to give.
Collins lead, the last team to throw a punch. Spencer Anderson touchdown puts the Georgia State champs up by 3. Graham-Kapowsin will take over right around the 26-yard line. We've got a terrific nightcap to what is an outstanding quadruple header going on ESPN. 23rd ranked Raging Cajuns of Louisiana take it on Marshall. 9:15 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN and the ESPN app. Bowl season is here, and bowl season belongs to ESPN. More than 40 bowls on the ESPN family of networks.
Marshall going into Georgia to sign a Collins Hill player, receiver Cam Pedro.
Quiet today, but an outstanding wide receiver for this Collins Hill team. Right now, the state champs out of Georgia on defense looking for a stop. They get one on first down. Julian Mason tied up by Aaron Horton.
One thing that Collins Hill defense does is it attacks the football. They've already been able to rip one out, actually caused 2 fumbles. Graham-Kapowsin able to fall on it, keep it, but that's something to watch here. Both of these teams going back and forth, a lot of tough physical play. But one of these teams create another turnover. Collins Hill certainly trying with their aggressive nature and their tackling.
Empty backfield for Josh Wood. Eastern Washington commit takes it himself, stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Jalen George just absolutely swallowed up the senior quarterback Wood. Now this will bring up 3rd and long. Graham-Kapowsin without Jalen Davenport, who went down in the opening quarter. Starting linebacker, starting running back, starting punter. It's amazing. Eagles, no excuses though, even without their best player, maybe most important player. They have hung in this game, trying to keep this drive alive. They're 5 of 9 on 3rd down today. This would be the toughest to pick up. Taking a shot. Contact, no call, incomplete.
And once again, they went after the corner on the other side of Travis Hunter, Christian Harris, and again, just beautiful coverage, just running with him. Great positioning. Look at listen, he's there. They're both playing the ball. Excellent coverage, excellent effort by both of those young men.
And this is a risky call here from their own 24-yard line. A 4th and 13.
There we go.
Wood takes that step back. steps into it. Didn't get it as cleanly as he has in his 2 previous pooch punts.
Well, he's not giving himself much clearance there either.
Yeah, it does roll to the 45 at least, which is certainly better than giving them the ball at the 24-yard line.
Fresh flavors, classic dishes, and a new seat at the table.
Because you're forever connected by love. 2 touching center diamonds, representing the connection you share. Forever connected. The perfect gift to give this holiday. Exclusively at Kay.
8 minutes left of the 4th quarter in what has been a fantastic game between 2 undefeated state champions, Craig Hobart, Jay Alterworthy. I know there's plenty of time left in this 4th quarter and the game could go so many different ways, but it's a shame either one of these teams has to actually lose this game because they've both been outstanding all afternoon long.
And it's not hard to see why they were able to rise to the top in their respective divisions and their respective states. Not just talent, but outstanding execution and effort by both teams.
Tipped around, incomplete. Collins Hill with the football. A 3-point lead. They've got Sam Horn at quarterback, who on Wednesday signed for Missouri, a top 10 class for the Tigers. They're coming out of Gwinnett County in Georgia, such a talent-rich, fertile recruiting ground. So many great players that have come out of Gwinnett County, and Horn has set the county record for passing yards in a career. Such a terrific achievement in trying to add a Geico state championship to his resume. In trouble, threw it away to nobody. That's intentional grounding, and the officials are right on it. Horn was in trouble, backpedaled all the way to his 32-yard line. Hunter Hill in pursuit. I don't think there's anybody Horn could even argue who was in the area.
We have 2 fouls on the play. They're both on the offense. Legal man downfield, that penalty is declined. Intentional grounding, that is a spot foul, 5 yards, and the down counts. Third down.
That's a big loss there. There's nothing there. Now remember, in college, if you are outside the pocket, you could throw the football away as long as you're outside the tackle box and it goes past the original line of scrimmage. They do not have that same rule in high school, and that's why you get that penalty. And to be honest with you, Jay, I don't like it. They do that rule in college to protect quarterbacks. They should do it here in high school as well. But they don't have that same rule here in high school, and Sam Horn throws it away and gets penalized for it.
Collins Hill pushed back all the way to the 27-yard line. Horn slings it, batted down. What a play in the secondary. Cameron Sonnenfield got his arm raised to knock that ball down. That could have been a touchdown if that ball gets through. Sonnenfield, the play of the day.
And the junior just trailing, doing a nice job of playing the football. Watch it right in front, gets that hand out. Well played.
Sam Horn backs up to punt after failing to convert that 3rd and 28. Takes a Collins Hill roll all the way inside the 20. Sam Horn, the quarterback, his best play of the day might be that punt. 56-yard punt from the Missouri signee quarterback. Tonight on ABC, Utah State, Oregon State, 7:30 Eastern Time, 4:30 Pacific, the nightcap on ABC. Don't want to miss it. Graham-Kapowsin trailing by 3, 7:41 remaining. What's the recipe on this drive for the state champs out of Washington?
It's the same recipe they've been going through 3.5 quarters. Keep pounding that football with the run game, getting their talented quarterback out on the edge.
Here is Wood throwing incomplete off the hands of Andrew Savayanaya.
You love the confidence in which Josh Wood plays, Eastern Washington commit, but he'll throw some footballs into traffic and everything, and as this game gets later and tight ball game, Collin still up 29-26. You got to be careful with some of those throws.
Especially with the ball hawk, number 12, five-star corner Travis Hunter on the field for Collins Hill. We've seen him make spectacular play after spectacular play. His defense trying to get a stop and protect this three-point lead. Here's some trickery, an end around. Julian Mason has the first down and more, falling forward, dragging defenders past the 30. A gain of 18 from the kid they call Juice.
You're going to see him on the end around, and watch number 5, Andrew Savayanaya, out there blocking downfield. Nice gain to move the chains.
To the fullback, Toa wrapped up and dropped by Jalen George, only a gain of 2.
Keep that inside run game certainly present. Only 2 yards there, but they've shown they can push the pile and get positive yards themselves into a manageable 3rd down.
Sticky with the I formation, running behind 5 seniors on that offensive line. Zachary Lee brought down, and some extracurriculars after the play. Bert O'Brien tangled up with the center, Joshua Holder. No flags.
Well, there was some action on the sideline. There was a beautiful tackle by number 33, Rich Dorsey, playing that. He's going to get downhill, makes a tackle. You're going to see up top number 51 continue to drive. If anything, we're sitting here on the Graham-Kapowsin side. That flag could have gone against them for blocking after the whistle.
3rd and 5. Wood's going to keep it. Lunging forward, this will be close. Needs 5. It was Dorsey again on the tackle, and he got it. Move the chains. The Graham-Kapowsin drive stays alive thanks to the quarterback.
Yeah, he is not built like a fullback, but a tough run there. Getting that forward momentum to get past the 1st down marker. And listen, this is an offense that really can put themselves in. They can get downfield. They can eat up a lot of time, put themselves in a position to take the lead.
In trouble, blown up in the backfield. It wasn't a clean handoff to Zachary Lee. Got tripped up and dropped for a loss of 1.
Number 8, Zachary on the carry. Stop made by number 18, Dion Crawford.
Lenny Gregory's defense trying to get off the field. A drive that started at the 13-yard line for Graham-Kapowsin, trailing by 3.
The Eagles out of the state of Washington, bringing back in the size, number 5, the tight end, number 33, the fullback in the backfield as well.
Wood backs up to the shotgun. Toa on his right hip. Wood's gonna run it. Toa delivers a block, and Wood just can't escape. 4 white and green jerseys in on the scene. One of them, Rich Dorsey, who's been immense on this drive. He's just got a nose for the football right now.
Yeah, Graham-Kapowsin had to work for everything they got, a minimal gain, and that took a great amount of effort. So you're at 3rd down. You try to roll Wood out to his left, out to the field side.
3rd and 8. First down marker at the Collins Hill 49. Here's Josh Wood, the Eastern Washington commit, in trouble. Throws it, and it's caught! Nobody in front of him! Touchdown, Julian Mason! Graham-Kapowsin has the lead! We're here in Vegas, and Josh Wood delivers the best magic act you'll see on the Strip. He was halfway down the getting sacked and instead turns it into a touchdown.
The Graham-Kapowsin head coach told us the other day, talking about his quarterback, Josh Wood, he does not get rattled. And that has been evident throughout this entire game. Whatever pressured, he keeps his eyes downfield. He has found ways to make throws.
The extra point is through. It's a 4-point lead for the Washington State champs. Graham-Kapowsin with 3:17 left, correct. 57-yard touchdown for the lead.
The Eastern Washington commit getting on the edge, look like he's in trouble. Keeps the play alive. There's a collision, but over the top is Julian Mason, the Idaho State commit, who takes it to the top, to the house. Watch him working downfield. Watch the collision. Whoop! I am here on the spot, taking it to the house. Graham-Kapowsin, state champs out of Washington, regain the lead.
Get groceries, gifts, and more fast and easy. So last-minute guests are the only thing you'll be waiting on. Joyfully.
Because you're forever connected by love. 2 touching center diamonds, representing the connection you share. Forever connected. The perfect gift to give this holiday. Exclusively at Kay.
Some terrific quarterbacks that have come out of the fertile recruiting grounds of Georgia in the last 15 years. Cam Newton really got it started, Deshaun Watson, and then recently first-round picks Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence. Now, Sam Horn, the quarterback for Collins Hill, the Georgia State champs, well known in Gwinnett County. He's got the all-time passing record, but if he wants to elevate his name, he's got an opportunity to do it on a national stage. Because Graham-Kapowsin has the lead after that touchdown. 3:17 to work with. A squib kick. Bobbled and picked up at the 25. And that's where Sam Horn and this Collins Hill offense will get to work. A great opportunity for the Missouri signee out of Georgia to put his name amongst the likes of Lawrence, Fields, Newton, and Watson.
And listen, there's been some missed extra points tonight, so that certainly changed the dynamic a little bit. Not about getting into field goal range, but having to get it into the end zone. Plenty of time, got timeouts, and most importantly, you've got weapons. All eyes will certainly be on number 12, Travis Hunter, but Spencer Anderson has been running really well in this second half. We'll start out in an empty look.
Collins Hill has all 3 timeouts. They flip it to Chase Nash. He is taken down at the 25-yard line, no gain. We've seen 8 lead changes in this game. These 2 undefeated state champions going punch for punch. Graham-Kapowsin doesn't want a 9th lead change. Their defense on the field trying to get a stop and win this game. Horn fires over the Hunter. He dropped it.
A rare drop from the 5-star. Graham-Kapowsin there cheating help over to that side. Just threw his hands, missed opportunity. Setting up a 3rd and long.
Collins Hill has struggled on 3rd down today. 1 for 7. The traveling support from Washington, loud and proud, trying to get their defense off the field. Horn in trouble, steps up, going to pick up the 1st down with his feet. out of bounds at the 40. You can see he's struggling, fighting through an injury. It's been a long season. This is game number 16. What does the Missouri signee have left in the tank to try and will Collins Hill to the finish line?
He could certainly hurt you with his legs. Remember, he got a little banged up in that first half. He's been kind of gutting his way through it this entire game. There he needed to run to pick up the first down. He got it done. Now he's got Hunter to his left.
They bring in double coverage. Horn looking at Hunter, slings it to him. He dropped it again. Second drop of the drive for the 5-star. That would have been a big gain into Graham-Kapowsin territory.
I mean, this is it. He had him set up on the slant. A nice throw. Just could not find a handle. Might have been thinking about trying to get that right to the house, and upset with the glove, a little frustrated. You don't see many drops from him, but now, as you mentioned, Jay, 2 on this drive, and that one potentially for a monster gain.
Quick hitter to the flat. This is Spencer Anderson trying to turn the corner, bottled up and taken down. Cameron Sonnenfeld on the stop. Graham-Kapowsin, you can feel it from their road warriors out of Washington. 2 minutes away from finishing a perfect season, a storybook season for Eric Curley.
You can certainly know they're not going to let 2 drops deter them from continuing to try to feed number 12.
3rd and 8, Horn on a play action. Down he goes! Ball's out! Graham-Kapowsin has it. Hunter Hill caused the fumble, but they say that Sam Horn was down before the ball was out. It's going to stay Collins Hill football. Loss of 6. Take another look.
That's going to come from the backside. Just a nice move. Inside, he hits him, and then you're going to see Horn does have control. Once he hits the ground, then the ball pops out. But Hunter Hill, the Idaho State commit, with a nice move, working inside with a free run at Horn.
The ruling on the field, and there is no replay in high school football, is that Sam Horn was down. Hunter Hill with the sack of his career to force a 4th and 14, but it could have been worse for Collins Hill. This could have been a fumble. At least they will have an opportunity on this 4th and 14, and I do believe his knee was down.
Look at that right knee. The right knee is down, then the ball comes out. So, well, listen, they're lucky because they get another opportunity, but running out of opportunities.
So a 4th and 14 for Collins Hill, trying to keep a perfect season alive. The state champs out of Georgia. Here's Sam Horn, the Missouri signee. Clean pocket, unloads a deep ball. It's caught! The 5-star Travis Hunter delivers on a 4th and 14.
You knew they were not letting a couple of drops deter them. They still look up there. Playmaking 5-star. This time he delivers to move the chains.
Gain of 33, and Collins Hill goes marching into Graham-Kapowsin territory. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Horn. Quick trigger, out to Hunter again. Escapes the tackle, but then wrestled down. Take another look at this on 4th down to extend the drive and the game.
Yeah, really nice job there. Just kind of being soft with the hand, maintaining a little space and going up and get the football. Collins Hill's got their timeouts, but they're not using it. They're trying to get this play off for a moment.
Horn, nobody open. Down he goes. It's Hunter Hill again. 2 sacks on this drive. He's doing everything he can. Lenny Gregory calls a timeout. 36 seconds left.
They let a lot of time kind of lapse between that last
Georgia.
That last
second
play
charge timeout of the half.
and that timeout.
So that was the second timeout used by Collins Hill. 1 remaining. Clock resets to 38 seconds left. And a 3rd and 5 upcoming. This is obviously 4-down territory for the state champs out of Georgia.
And you know, listen, at any point when it just, even if it gets down to desperation, you always have the option of putting it up there. With number 12 to try to go up and get it. Still got time, 1 timeout in your pocket.
Third and 5, empty backfield for Horn. They get it to the 5-star. Here's Travis Hunter, has 5 yards and more, makes 2 men miss, stays on his feet. Touchdown, Collins Hill. Travis Hunter is a human highlight reel. And the state champs out of Georgia have the lead with 28 seconds left. In a week where he shocked the college football world from flipping from Florida State to Jackson State, Travis Hunter may have had the last say here in Vegas.
Remember, this is a drive that included 2 drops, but when they needed him most, he responded. And he's over on his sideline. He's got that post touchdown dance going on.
Though we saw him go up and grab one. His jumping ability, that was after the catch.
You know, also like mental toughness. He had some drops, he put him away. The great corners have a short memory. He took that short memory on that drive as a receiver to make some clutch plays. 10 plays, 28 yards, 10 catches for 179 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also watch number 50, the Mercer commit, out there with a really nice block. That was Cedric Richardson. And then the 5-star does the rest to get into the end zone.
Travis Hunter delivers. When it mattered most. The man who just put college football on notice by signing with Deion Sanders in Jackson State on Wednesday. He has backed it up with how he's played today.
You expect big-time players to make big plays, and he has certainly responded and done that today. And I'll tell you what, whether you mentioned you going up there or multiple times today, they've tried to get it to him short, let him run after the catch. Graham-Kapowsin oftentimes has been there to make the tackle, but they're in that clutch situation. The Jackson State signee able to break loose and take it to the house for the lead.
Now Graham-Kapowsin, 28 seconds. They have all 3 timeouts. Pooch kickoff. They're caught at the 36-yard line. There's the reaction from the 5-star Travis Hunter on what could be the game-winning touchdown. Hunter and the defense back out onto the field. What's the formula for Graham-Kapowsin? 28 seconds left. You do have all 3 timeouts.
And you got a guy who's, as we've mentioned, has created some magic today from that quarterback position. If I'm Collins Hill, I am not allowing Wood to get outside of the pocket. If I'm Graham-Kapowsin, I'm getting him outside on the edge, letting him create.
Here's Wood, buys himself some time, delivers a strike. It's caught at the 49-yard line, so that's a 1st down. with 20 seconds left, gain of 15.
I would not just rush 3 and allow him time. I would bring some pressure on him, because he has shown throughout this game that he'll create second opportunities. He'll find open receivers, and he'll make some low percentage throws and make them work out for him. You got to keep some pressure on him. You got to keep him contained.
Wood, quick hitter. Graham-Kapowsin's going to have to burn one of their 3 timeouts. Only managed 2 yards. That was ruled incomplete, so I guess they... Oh, no, he caught it. It's a gain of 2. Clock stops with 16 seconds left. And tonight on ESPN and the ESPN app, we'll cap off our bowl quadruple header. Raging Cajuns of Louisiana and the Marshall Thundering Herd in the R+L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. That's 9:15 Eastern on ESPN at the ESPN app. Graham-Kapowsin, the state champs out of Washington. They have battled all afternoon. Neither of these teams deserve to lose this game.
Yeah, just great efforts by both teams. And Graham-Kapowsin started off hot. They've been battling back all game. Obviously, with the mixed extra points, they're in an opportunity where they could just get into field goal range as well.
Searching for a miracle. Pressure coming. Wood evades the sack, throws. It's caught. Julian Mason scurries out of bounds at the 32-yard line. 8 seconds left in this game. 2 timeouts remaining, but really you only have 2 plays left in a best-case scenario.
Yeah, they probably need about another 10 yards to really get into comfortable positioning for their kicker, Colby Gibson.
I would use a timeout here. You have 2 timeouts. You can't take them with you. You're only going to need 1 to stop the clock. Instead, Josh Wood breaks the huddle. The state champs out of Washington. We've had 9 lead changes today. They're looking for a 10th. Thrown to the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown! Graham-Kapowsin with 1 second left. Stephen Mars has kept the perfect season intact. There's a flag down at the 32-yard line, but as it stands, it's a touchdown Graham-Kapowsin and a storybook season.
After the play is over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 3 on the offense. We do have a touchdown.
What a play! It stands. Josh Wood, the senior quarterback, ice in his veins, delivers again.
Josh Wood committed to Eastern Washington, but if a FBS offer came along, Eastern Washington, we understand that you may go. Well, with still a month left to go, that phone could still ring for that young man who absolutely just created magic. Every time we get outside the pocket, he found ways to make plays, and he did right there as well.
It should ring right now. On the biggest of stages here in Las Vegas, Josh Wood with a play that can only be scripted.
They were not able to contain him in the pocket. Every time today he has gotten loose, he has made something happen.
The extra points through. 1 second left. Take another look at what should be the game-winning touchdown.
A beautifully thrown ball. Christian Harris, who they've gone after several times today, he has responded, but not able to make the play there. Tremendous concentration by number 9, Stephen Mars. I tell you what, you watch him, it's not the arm strength that stands out, but there he gets outside and he delivered a beautiful football downfield.
10 lead changes in this game. Las Vegas has been home to plenty of heavyweight fights, and these two state champions delivered one of the all-time great high school football games. Neither team deserves to lose, but one of them unfortunately does. And right now, Graham-Kapowsin on the heroics of Josh Wood, 1 second away from preserving the perfect season.
Now, not likely, but that unsportsmanlike pushed him back here. And we'll see if Collins Hill can create a little bit of last-second magic themselves.
Graham-Kapowsin takes a timeout to discuss what they want to do on this kickoff.
Well,
here's what you can't let happen. Travis Hunter cannot touch the football.
He was aligned right in the middle.
Whoever receives this ball on Collins Hill, you imagine is just going to flip it to number 12, right?
Well, you imagine they're going to probably try to get it off to the side, not allow him a chance to field it.
This will go down as the greatest game in the history of the Geico State Champions Bowl Series. It started in 2014. And, if it can go like this every year, I mean, this has been an outstanding football game. And there's 1 second left in it. All eyes will be on Travis Hunter in the pink gloves. He thought he had scored the game-winning touchdown with less than a minute left in this game, but Graham-Kapowsin answered back. It's squibbed, received. 1 second goes off the clock. Graham-Kapowsin has come more than 1,000 miles to Las Vegas, and the perfect season remains. Hold on, the officials saying it's not over yet. I don't know how it couldn't be. 1 second has to come off the clock. It has to. Hold on a second. They're removing Graham-Kapowsin from the field. The officials are going to sort this out.
The ball was recovered while the player was on the ground. Because of that, there is no time will come off the clock. We have 1 second on the clock.
So because the player was on the ground, he was down immediately right when he touches that ball. Because he's down.
They're going to say he's down right there. He fields it, and they say once he's done that, the ball is dead with him. Play clock never starts, and
1 second would have to come off the clock if he receives it and goes down. But because he was already down.
And that was, listen, that was, I don't think that was intentional. I think he was just working towards the ball. Kind of got a bit lucky there now. Well,
I mean, can you imagine?
I don't know. I mean, they're going to put everybody back. Hunter's going to be to Horns right. Let's see, they're cheating over 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sam Horn, the Missouri signee, certainly has the arm to get it to the end zone from 45 yards away. Graham-Kapowsin uses their final timeout to talk things over.
Hunter was to Horns right. There were 5 Graham-Kapowsin defenders to that on that hash and over towards the sideline, towards that side of the field. So you would imagine they're not going to let him beat them.
Coming up next, we'll get you the Oklahoma State and Houston college basketball on ESPNU. A jump ball coming. And we know who Sam Horn will likely target. The 5-star number 2 player in the ESPN 300, Travis Hunter.
Well, now you think to yourself, okay, everybody knows that it's going him. Do you let him draw the defense and go to one of the other playmakers, throw it up there, try to hope for a one-on-one? Because there's a lot of green field to the left of Sam Horn and a lot of orange jersey to the right.
Final play of regulation. Somebody's perfect season is coming to an end. Here's Horn in trouble. Hit as he threw it. Incomplete. Graham-Kapowsin has come from Washington and shocked Collinsville out of Georgia. Geico Most Valuable Player, Josh Wood, the Eastern Washington commit, who threw the game-winning touchdown with just 1 second left on the clock. What a bowl series it's been in Vegas. Craig Hubbard, our terrific crew, Jay Alter saying so long.